Yo, 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 what's up? Welcome back. It's been a while. As you can see, I got a new place, and I finally found some time to play Magic again. That is awesome, isn't it? I haven't played in like, I don't know, weeks. So we're gonna just scale it up and see what happens. This is the list I played last time. I think I want to make some minor changes. I finally got a second Boseiju. The card is just awesome because you can like kill things that might shut down your whole game plan, like, I don't know, ensnaring bridge or whatever. And it doesn't cost much to put it in. I think we're gonna take out like these lands. Having the red mana is kind of awesome, or important sometimes. We can get it from Stomping Ground when the opponent Boseijus us, and from our pathways, and then also we have Cavans, which can be a colored land. We have a drum. And when you have a Cauldron out, you can also just activate with any color of mana, so it should be fine. I cut a second land because I want to play 23, I think is probably the best number. I'm not 100%, but I think I'll add a second char. The card is always, oh my god, always like playable. Can I somehow, okay, I tricked it not to move my stuff. When it moves everything, I don't want to move everything back. So let's look at the metagame for a bit. But yeah, this kind of funny game is still on the first place with 13%. At least it's not like 25 anymore. But that's good. Like, it was always an okay matchup, a pretty good matchup. Rhinos is hard, but beatable. Same Yawgmoth, same Murktide. So this could actually be a really cool meta. Probably really hard, but also beatable. A little bit luck dependent, of course. And yeah, without much more talk, let's just play and see. I think I'll keep the sideboard as it is for now. Some gamers put Gemstone Cavans in the main deck. Over like I still have my Phyrexian Core. It's just my pet card. I love that card a lot. And we'll see. Against Rhinos, we have some things. Yeah, what up, Socks? Welcome back. Yeah. I've even seen a third Boseiju in the sideboard. But as I haven't played in a bit, I'm just gonna run it as I have ran it before. Oh my god. How can you kill a god? Alright, let's just play a league. It's good to be back, gamers! Yeah. Like, some put the second Gemstone in the main deck, some put it sideboard like I have. I think I like that. You can also adjust your land count post board. Maybe you want to play 22 or 24. After sideboarding, you can take out the deeps in fast matchups because they're really good for the grind, and they're very good for the grind. Like, basically, being able to have 6 What's the Sagas is just insane. But if you're afraid of Blood Moons or whatnot, you could cut them. Alright, we have our first match. Let's go, gamers. We are playing against Tarkinio_DG, and we're on the draw. Let's see what we're dealing with here. You can also stand up to game now, which is kind of awesome. Got you know, the all the rage in adjustable desk. Probably gonna be good for my posture. Alright, I'm keeping this. We have the Gemstone 4-lander, but we can remove one opponent. Gonna reveal a companion, I think, because we're not doing our pre-game action yet. So we can exile a forest. Have our 5-color land. Go scales. Probably scales and Zabas, but we could slow roll it. This is just scam. Opponent didn't do any pre. Okay, we're just getting Thought Seized anyway. Then I'll start with a Walker. Walker is good against scam, except against what's his name? Void Walker. Walker bad against Walker. Oh, the old Thought Seize bug. I think we still want to cast the Zabas. You could keep it in hand, because if they kill it, it's bad. Actually, not really doing much with the mana next turn. Slow rolling it, of course, bad against another Thought Seize type effect. Let's just cast it. Like, you're good against one thing and bad against the other, but if you play it, you get to attack for 2 next turn. Yeah, what's up, Cracky? Welcome back. It's been a while. I am finally settled into my new apartment and able to do some gaming. The opponent's got the Voidwalker, so that's obviously annoying, but at least it doesn't block and we can try to get our aggro on. Okay. We really need it, and what's a Saga, I guess. Can play that on red, I guess. We can still uptick Walker, so we can try to sort of like race it or whatever, but the guy's so annoying for Hardened scales. If you show this card to someone like 10 years ago or 15 or I don't know, like all the upsides it has for just 2 mana, isn't that insane? Phyrexi's core is interesting. Have you gone to play much with it yet? Well, I haven't played at all in like a month or whatever, but I've played this deck a lot. You can check out my YouTube channel, and it's definitely come up. Oh, it's black-white. I didn't realize. Opponent's griefing us. So Phyrexi's core is good against cards like Khan the Great Creator, because you can still sacrifice your stuff. Even the life gain sometimes has been relevant for me, which is kind of funny. Alright, so it looks like we are racing. Opponents got a 4-3 and a 3-2, and we got 2 2-2s. What we're drawing? Glimmer Waspy is not great, because usually you can do the modular thing with the legendary, but not really here, because Voidwalker means cards don't die. We could double block the Grief, but then Walker just dies. I think we attack and uptick. So we're in a bad spot for now, and our draws haven't delivered, unfortunately. Yo, what's up? HNDK? How do I say that? So opponent did a really bad not dead after all thing. Unfortunately, Voidwalker is so good against us that we're still falling behind here. We need like an Ozolith, then we're still doing some bad stuff. They have a removal spell too, yeah, we're basically dying then. Congrats on a new place, thanks Lattice. It's really awesome. I finally got my own place. I used to share a flat with my bro, but having your own place is just feels so good. I got this. Doesn't really do much. It adds counters to our card, but that's basically it. We're not dead yet, but we'd need to like draw something insane to not die. Well, there's not even any creatures in graveyards, so we can't even do anything with that. We can't block these, so we attack for 2 and basically dead. So it's black-white scam, ephemerate scam or something, I guess. Kind of painful because we can totally beat this draw where they have just 2 things, but not the way we've been drawing. We kept a hand with 3 spells and then basically only drew a useless spell. It's kind of sad. It doesn't really matter if we exit anything here. I guess it matters if they have an escape card, but we're dying to these cards and there's not much we can do now. Yeah. At 3 life, Voidwalker just kills us. And since this means we can't do any modular things, I mean, we could, no, this doesn't go to the graveyard, so we can't get it under Cauldron. There might actually be a way to maybe mix a buzz bigger. Basically, Voidwalker won this game. It's so annoying how good it is against Hardened scales. I really hate it. What's up, Housey? This isn't Chris Evans' apartment. It is now! It is now. Alright, I want my dismembers, cause that for 1 kills reanimated cards or destroys them before they get ephemerated. I guess not usually because Grief takes it away, but it's something. And then you could play some graveyard hit, but I actually don't love it. You could play a Might, and it's not a red deck, so they're not gonna play Blood Moon. I do like my Echoing Deeps because What's a Saga is one of your best cards in this matchup. It's black-white, I'm just gonna cut the Welding Jars. Well, they did a Fatal Push, but they probably also have like, I don't really know what to expect, Solitudes and Ephemerates or something. We could cut a Cauldron because it's just legendary and it would be bad to draw multiples, but it also helps against the not dead after all. So what do we cut? I actually like most of our things. We can maybe play 22 lands and cut the caverns on the play. Got one Wailing Jar. Maybe that's the way to go. And anything else? Not really. You could play the safekeepings though over the Chars. Let's just play and see. Like, I'm not familiar really with the list the opponent's playing. Okay, we got a Saga, there's Scales. That's pretty sick. We got two of the Sagas actually. And if they're not Madu, which would be weird, these Sagas are gonna be sick. Like, you don't splash a Blood Moon, right? What? Wait, why did you play twice? Oh, I did the overlay twice for some reason. That's funny. Well, you got two votes for the price of one. Let's fucking go. Godless Shrine. Ooh, okay, this is looking pretty sweet. So we can patchwork. I think I wanna not play the Utsu Saga yet. You will probably wanna get as many constructs as possible, and to make use of this card, we wanna cast artifacts next turn. So best case scenario, we draw a 2-drop and make patchwork a 5/5. Ooh, bug. Stoneforge, yeah, that should be beatable. Why not patchy? What? I don't know this game. Alright, that's fine. You can't grieve away my Utsu Sagas. I was just thinking which lands to drop. Of course, I'm gonna play the patchwork. Okay, so let's try to find a 2-drop off of this, I guess. Because then we can attack too. Ooh. Yeah, we can get the Ozolith off of Utsu Saga chapters, so let's get a Cauldron and cast that. Then we already get a 5/5. But we could also leave it to nerf the what did the opponent get, by the way? What is War Masters was exiled. You got a card draw, okay. Sure. So either you attack for more damage or you can prevent them reanimating something. I guess we go for the most aggro part. I can see a Wii next to a GameCube and alcohol on the top right. Yeah, I finally got a place to display all my awesome stuff. Also got this. Isn't that cool? My brother made that. He's a Lego aficionado. The opponent did nothing. So they wanna do the defensive Caldra. Yeah. Pretty dang cool. Okay. If Caldra complete blocks this, it gets exiled. So of course we wanna prevent that from happening, or just can attack with Inkmoth. Can we set up a kill? Probably not through, like they can have some interaction. But if you get Ballista in the graveyard and put it under Inkmoth, that's pretty crazy. Or also just ping them with the patchwork. So we can play Hardened Scales and then a Ballista. We might actually already ping them dead here, because that's a lot of counters on patchwork. Somebody one of those adjustable desks, didn't he? Hell yeah, I did. can finally stand up while gaming. It feels pretty good. I paid quite a bit of money for it, but it's definitely worth. Let's see, I want to stand at least like half an hour in the beginning a day. Okay, so let's say we attack. They violin or put in the Caldra. But before they even get to block, we can ping them thrice with the ballista. They go to 10. Cauldron the ballista, make patchwork, 3 more counters, and then ping the opponent dead. And they can't do anything because it has ward. I don't know if I'm missing anything here, but that's gonna be my line. I think we have exact Cs then. It's very modular. This deck is very modular, yeah. Look at the text on the card. Alright. I hope I'm not missing anything, but I think that did. Can they interact with Cauldron somehow? Sounds like lethal with the ballista. Yep. Talking about desks, I'm talking about my desk and my deck. Oh my god. Nice. I love these types of situations where all your cards are on the table, but your opponent doesn't realize they're dead yet. The best part about this deck, to me. I think we take out the Echoing Deeps. I mean, they're good, but they can also be bad if the opponent has a fast start, where they just drop the thing. And in game 1, they didn't do anything because, you know, we didn't have Gano's Saga in the graveyard. Also, they have the Void Walker, so there it's even worse because you can't copy anything when nothing goes to the graveyard. Yeah, standing decks are awesome. The first time watching card games today. Been watching poker in the morning. I don't get poker. Not that I have anything against poker players, but I don't get it. Like, I don't find it interesting, honestly. No hate or anything. To each their own, of course. Yeah, so it's just black-white Ephemer-blade, I guess, is what you can call it. I think we run it back like this, just with the land swap. You could play Haywire Might to exile the Caldra in case that becomes annoying. I guess we're gonna do that. I don't know if they have Solitudes, like the white is kind of a splash in the deck, right, for Ephemerate and Stoneforge, probably. So I don't know if you expect a Solitude there. You could cut a Walker, it's sick, but it also not if they have... Nah, Walker is so good if they don't have Void Walker, and we can kill them too. I'll just dream over Stirrings, I don't know. Hard to say. I guess I just don't see the intricacies of poker. Like, when you look at it, it's like, oh my god, they only have like 5 cards, or if it's Texas Hold'em, fewer cards. But how much mind games there's going on and shit, you don't really see if you're not into the game, right? Like, I just don't... I'm not into the thing at all. Alright. So we're gonna basically mull ourselves to 5 here to have a fast start. We could not do the gemstone thing, but I don't think you wanna do that. Put the drum on the bottom, because we can get that with Saga. And then exile. That is the hard part now. Probably the Stirrings. Hopefully they don't double grief us turn 1, but what you gonna do, right? I mean, we have a Dismember, but it doesn't help, unfortunately. Because they can, in response, do the thing. Would be funny if you were able to disrupt the grief thing turn 1 with Gemstone, but it's just not possible. Because they can make it so the evoke ability is on top of the stack. which means either you let it die or you dismember it and then the can in response still casts not dead after all. Swamp, that took a while. Thoughtseize, sure. I guess they take my threat and hope I don't draw any, or they take my engine and hope Patchwork doesn't do anything. Probably takes the Patchwork, right? Hopefully we just draw with the Saga. That's one of the best cards in matchups like this, especially when they don't turn 1, put it for 3 minutes on the battlefield and take your 2 best cards. Well, next best cards, I guess. They take the Dismember, okay, so that also makes sense because they have lots of things where it's good against. When Scam was the deck, I played 3 Dismembers even. It's really good against that. And against the black-white deck, you can even kill the Charm. Indestructible my ass when you have 0 toughness. Ooh, just say what you need, right? I want to play the Patchwork and then the also live, so let's drop the Saga a turn later, I guess. Unfortunately, it's only gonna get 1 counter. But I still want to cast my artifacts and then make constructs if possible. Let's see what they're dropping, probably like Stoneforge. Or, well, they either have Stoneforge or Voidwalker, which is why they took my Dismember away, right? Best case scenario, we draw another one. But if it's Kaldra again, we do have Haywire Might now in the deck. So that could work out well. Well, now, let's see what they do, but now Echoing Deeps could actually be good, except against Voidwalker. It's not Voidwalker. Only against basic planes. I'm not Blood Mooning you. Oh, Engineered Explosives on 2, that's interesting. Now I wish I already played my Saga out. I don't want to lose 2 cards to it. Yeah. Interesting. I think you don't play anything. Force them to crack it and then cast your cards, right? At least they're not pressuring us for now. And if they wait too long, we could get an Ozolith out and at least save counters that might be put on the Patchwork. Is the opponent double queuing on us? I hate that. Like, what is this? Why are you pausing on my turn? Honestly, if you're double queuing, that's fine, but you gotta be faster. If it's like this, just F6 on my turn, you got nothing. My card is ward and you have no mana up, like, what are you gonna do? Yeah, so they're gonna kill their own Stoneforge with the Engineered Explosives. We can handle Caldra complete. Hang back. I think now we're just making some constructs. Yeah. Let's try to grind this out. We can Haywire Might the equipment. It's always hard to say if you should, like, if we play a thing here, we can attack, but I think it's better to make some constructs. Hopefully they don't have another EE on 0, I guess. Ah, they're going on the aggro plan now, that's fine. Doesn't have lifelink, so Hardened Scales isn't really known to lose to just a thing, you know. Doesn't have vigilance or lifelink if you get my drift. Just go to end step. Skills. It's a card. Do you want to cast that? Like, I could go Scales Walker and not make a construct. That's pretty good because then Patchwork becomes 4/4. But actually, I honestly think I wanna grab a Haywire Might and use my green mana to exile the Kaldra immediately, since otherwise they might kill it if I don't save my mana. And that is too dangerous. Make sure it uses your mana. You can attack for 6 and then take away the threat. Honestly, the funny part is, this isn't even the scariest thing in the world. With 15, we gain 2 life, so we can take 3 hits. We could also kill the explosives, but I think it's fine. We're kind of screwed on mana. So let's take away the threat. I wonder if they have some protection cards in the deck. Like white has... Okay, white has some cards that protect your things. No, okay. Just fetches a plains for no apparent reason. People, you have to do it in response, right, to make yourself feel smart. Can't do it end step or even upkeep, no. So we can't want land. It's also not the worst. His EE on 2 is not looking that good for the opponent right now. Because now maybe they do have Solitude. They have 3 more cards, so let's see what they do now, okay? If this resolves, it's already pretty sick for us. Do we run into anything? Put in Better Skull. I think we have to. They just crack explosives. Let's see how they handle the construct. Looks like Solitude. So you can kill one thing and block the other dead. But I get Ozolith counters at least. That was a good draw, honestly. Oh, right. This still has a ward. So they take the 4, I guess. Oh, jump. That makes sense because engineers would kill it anyway, yeah. But now they're down to 3 cards. Opponent's been drawing a lot of lands. Did let them hardcast Solitude, but let's see. We just wanna not... Like, how do we lose this? We're kinda ahead. They have to handle this and that, and then we're kinda out of threats. Idol Scholar. Yo, one of my favorite cards ever. My first modern deck was Black-White Eldrazi and Texas. Such a cool deck. Thalia, Leonin, Cat Jesus. And then Thought Not Seer, Reality Smasher, that kind of deal. Okay, would have liked land, but we still put the counters on the Walker. Well, that kind of not great against another Solitude, but we still have the Ozolith, so... I mean, we could just do the Phyrexia's Core thing, honestly. Somebody asked about it earlier. We get 5 Thopters and then 5 counters from the Ozolith. I think that's the best play, actually. It's funny enough. If we had another land, it'd be 7 Thopters, 7 counters even. This is Solitude? No, Grief? Sure. Don't care about that. You're kinda losing on board. You need another EE then to handle my Thopters, otherwise you're pretty dead. If they do have that, we might lose, but otherwise I can't see them doing it, really. Any attackers? Okay, we can uptick or we can do the Thopter thing. Thopter thing means we get 5 counters on Ozolith, 5 Thopters. Actually, they didn't attack. They might die. They need a removal spell. Yeah, let's do it. They don't have a removal spell, they're straight up dead, otherwise the game continues. Begin alive. Two replacement effects. We can keep 2 Thopters behind, because if they kill something, they kill that anyway. That's lethal. God, I love this deck. Okay, you got Ephemer-blade, that's pretty good. At least we gain a bunch of life, so like the pressure isn't that scary. And they're still dead if they don't have another something like that. Alright, 2 cards, dead on board, what you got? You need to handle all my cards. Otherwise you're kinda dead. Dorothy doesn't help. I think you're dead. They're not giving up. I kinda appreciate the, how do you say? The moxie? Is that a word? You have 0 cards, you have no flyers, I get a lethal Thopter. God damn, the Ozolith is so fucking good. Now you concede. Either concede or let me kill you. Whatever, I don't care. That was awesome. We are back. Beating that is a harder matchup than Black Red's game because they have Solitudes and exile your stuff, you know. But I guess it's slower. They gave us a lot of time to do the thing. This is also why I have 2 Ozoliths in the deck. The card is just so good. God damn, especially against the removal cards. Otherwise you're so sad when the cards get exiled. But here, we're fine. Alright, see you round 2. Alright, we are back. We're on the play against Chrono Trigger. Let's go. Enjoyer of retro gaming over there. Okay, the all dork hand. I'm gonna keep it. It's not exciting, but we'll be fine, right? Let's see what we're playing against. Could be really bad against decks that are like fast. Could be good if we find an What's Saga or some sort of payoff. Needs 1 more land too, so let's see what the Stirring shows. I'd instantly pick What's Saga from it. On the mulligans to 6. Mulliganing to 6, I'm immediately thinking Tron. And I hate Tron! I mean, who doesn't, but... like, Tron is so good against Hardened scales. It used to be good when I started playing the deck, like 4 or 5 years ago. And then I got Karn, and then I got the Ring. But Karn is the worst offender. Opponents got Misty Misty always means bad things are happening. Only nerds play Misty Rainforest. I can say that because I'm a big nerd myself, you know. Steam vents. So probably just Murktide then. That's fine then. That's a cool matchup in my experience. Okay, Sagar. Because I don't want to get spell pierced on my stirrings. Murktide got a lot of good counter spells against us. Stern, Scolding, and Spell Snare. All these spells. Just 1 mana counter basically all my spells. We still haven't found any like payoff, but not too worried. I think I'll take a Sabaz. Because if we draw land, next turn we can make Construct and cast these Sabaz. Otherwise we might cast 2 spells. One thing I haven't mentioned yet today is I don't have a Shadow Spear or any equipment in the list. I just personally never really loved them. But in a matchup like this, it can be game winning. If you have like a Patchwork and they don't have the mana up to kill it, that life swing every turn can just be too much. But we can totally win this matchup without it. What is happening, Chrono Trigger? Magic Online is an experience sometimes. Oh, he decided to fetch in response. Counterspelling my Wailing Jar. There's a List Collar and a Shadow Spear, but I don't know which to run. Yeah, that makes sense. They're both good in different scenarios. I've never... hold up, which card do we want to get counterspelled here? I guess a Ravager. I've never tried out the Basilisk Collar. It got better because with Cauldron you have more opportunities to ping stuff. So gamers started using that card again. But without Ballista it's really weak, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, being able to remove stuff is sick, of course. Yeah, exactly. But, oh, we didn't get countered. Interesting. That's not F6 then. What was I trying to say? We don't have Ballista, it's just kind of lame, right? Just it doesn't even buff stats. Oh my god, this is a Living End deck, or? Did not expect the cycle Waker of Waves. So... weird Living End or something? They didn't have any 1-mana cyclers in their deck. Let's see if they want to just make one. Okay, Street Wraith. The funny part about this deck is they lose a lot of life, like they're already at 11. And the matchup is hilarious because we also get stuff back when they do the Living End thing. So we can just sacrifice our board. Best case scenario, we even get like an Ozolith going. I'll cast a lot of stuff then. Not really interested in any constructs because those die, and they die hard. Ravager is our best card in the matchup. Wow, they're doing the thing already. So they get 2 cards and we also get 2 cards. Waker is obviously massive. It would be sick if we then also lived out, or even a Hardened Scales, but it is what it is. They are at 11, so we might just kill them next turn or something. If they're living in and you sack other creatures with Ravager, when living in resource, do you get the modular, the Ravager new creatures brought from graveyard? No, unfortunately not, because, well, the Ravager has to be, hold on, let me finish this turn and then I'll explain that. Let's play a Walker, because we might want to kill them with a Thopter. When the living end resolves and you have a modular creature in play, then you can modular onto the card that came back. But usually you want to sacrifice a card before it resolves, so the card itself comes back. Unfortunately, you can't modular onto the Thopters you get from Walker, because that happens after the living end resolves separately. I hope I explained that properly. Shadowspear is better with constructs or patchwork. Yeah, Shadowspear with patchwork is obviously insane. You can win some racing situations that you otherwise wouldn't. Okay, they have a flyer, that's annoying. But they're at 9. We probably can string together wins. They're not even attacking, that's hilarious. I love this matchup. We should win game 1 and then hope to win one of the other games with no... Like, Leyline of the Void is pretty good and they have some other stuff. Kind of funny that the combo deck needs sideboard tech against us and not the other way around. Alright, we get a tapped towards the Saga, or we get an untapped anything. I think tapped towards the Saga is fine. Because this patchwork isn't doing much anymore. There was maybe the possibility to kill them here if we, like, say, made a Thopter end step, and then, I don't know, get a Springleaf Drum to give this flying so we can force through. I mean, they can't block everything anyway. But 9, let's see. If we attack with all and one of the 0 power creatures goes unblocked. Can make this Ravager a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not quite enough, I think. So, but we're not dying, so we can just chill, honestly. Not sure if there's anything in the main deck that can screw me up from this point. But if they have another living end, we are off way better than them. They get nothing back. This is why this matchup is so funny. We don't have Swamp. Attack with the Flyer. Are you insane? Are you out of your mind? I think I do want to sacrifice this now. We could even sacrifice a Ravager 2 to make more Thopters, but 2 should be fine. Could sacrifice the Sabas first. Wait, when we sack a Ravager, we get 2 counters. Make 4 Thopters. Yeah, let's do that. Like, I don't know if there's anything they can do at this point. If they're living end, we sack all our things again. Just gotta make sure we have a Ravager in play. This moves 2 counters, this gets also 1. Sack that, we get 4 Thopters, 4 also live counters. Oh, I have to stack my things, I was kinda not looking. And we have lethal in the air, I guess. Well, these are all O1s, so we kinda gotta kill them with the buffs. Another walker is sick. Actually, better to tap this way. Could have done something pre-combat to force a kill, but whatever. I'm kind of autopiloting here because I don't think we can lose to anything, but maybe I'm wrong. We could definitely already have killed them, but that requires so much brain power. I'm getting lazy here. Maybe they're trying to set up a big graveyard again, but at this point, especially with the Ozolith out, I can't see anything they can do. Just crying to the top. Found something you like? Probably a Cascade card. The thing is, if they living end, our body's gonna be bigger again. Then there's, no matter what happens, I'm like kind of positive about that. This is, Wicker Waves is so insane in living end. They got another card off of it. I should have gone for the kill already, but I got lazy. Well, now we're blocking. Because either they do the thing again or they're dead. 3/4 Swamp Walk. I have a 3/4 of my own. I actually have to make sure not to kill anything in combat here. That would be worse for me than letting them live. Either Drummer or Zabasi. Let's get a Zabasi. Keep that one. Modular there. You gotta cast a living end here. Probably better to do it before this happens. Okay. I should have honestly sacrificed some stuff before to get more Thopters out of the deal. But I'm just not afraid of anything in this game. Two life. If only I had a Ballista and just end this end the suffering. Oh my god, should have yielded to this long ago. They still think they got a better board than me after Living End. Make them cast it. Like, don't sacrifice your board before this trigger resolves. You have to make them put it on the stack. Okay, now what we can do is destroy that. Actually, no, I did that wrong. Fuck. I did it wrong. I have to regenerate it. It has to die to the Living End. Sorry, opponent, I made a mistake. Never mind. Thankfully, we had that Wailing Jar, otherwise I might have screwed up this game. Because I want Methopters, otherwise I might die. The Walker has to die to the Living End, because then we do get our Thopters. We could have... Still more stuff happening here. It's kind of funny. Dude, I love this game. Magic is one of the games ever. But yeah, if I screwed it up and didn't get Methopters, I might die to this board. But probably not like this. Thankfully I don't have a swamp, but I've got 16 life anyway. And what now are they gonna do? I don't think they can win this main deck when it gets to this position. There's no like foundation breaker, right, to destroy my Otolith. Any jump blockers in the chat? Don't think you have to do more than that. One can once again cycle through the deck and set up a third Living End, but that's just wasting everybody's time. You could go with the timeout, I guess. I'm down on clock. I can't really have 6 usually because I have activated abilities, of course. The Waker is annoying because we can't gang attack them really. But it doesn't matter. Nothing even matters. The way I played this game only makes sense if you're up on time. Because I probably could have killed them earlier and I was kind of too lazy to do it. But I don't know what we're looking for here, opponent. Oh, there's Ballista. Any reachers? Opponent's reaching. You're dead now, opponent. Cycle is a correct of mysteries. Of course. Come on, play your third living end. See what it does for you. Okay, you're just dead. They might actually be going for the timeout, which is kind of fair, the way I've played this. We got the other. I knew there was nothing. I still should have played this better, honestly. But okay, whatever. Soulless Jailer helps against Cascading. Chalice helps against the 0 drops. Relic can help. Cage does not help because the graveyard cards get exiled, and then we can play some of these because opponent might have Leyline of the Void, which screws up the things that we've been doing. Do we expect something like that? Possibly. Okay, most of them run Endurance, I guess. 2 Leylines of the Void. That is kind of the one card we are scared of most. I think we play one Haywire Might. Cauldron is sick. This card's a bit slow. Welling Chai is actually not amazing. It can help against Foundation Breaker. We can take out... Ballista is honestly not the best, because it doesn't do anything when it dies, and it also doesn't come back from the graveyard. Patchwork can be fine, but it's also not great in the matchup. 22 lands is a little bit sketchy, but I think we're good. Could also take out Stirrings. It's a bit slow. Maybe play a Safekeeping instead, because they do have some cards that mess with my cards. I'll play one. Alright, now we kind of have to get a little bit lucky that they don't do the insane stuff plus stop our stuff every time. Okay, that's pretty good. Ravager is our best card if they don't have Leyline. Here I might kill the Leyline, and well, Scales is also sick, of course. Opponent to 5. I like to see that. I mean, you never wish bad luck onto your opponent, but when it happens, you gotta take it and say that's good for me, right? Funny how they made it look like they are a Murktide deck for the first 2 turns. 2 Misty, the Steam Vents, and an Island. No opening hand action. Go ahead, opponent. I'm kind of cold. Maybe I have to turn up the heating in this place. No Leyline of the Void. I like that. Let's see if they have a Foundation Breaker. That card is insane, because it's a Naturalize, and then another one when they do the Living End thing. Any Force of Negations? Nope. Hanger Boy. Maybe I should have taken out all the Patchworks. They're like one of the worst cards against Living End if you don't... what was I gonna say? If you don't stop it, or if you don't have Ozolith. Let's just make a Walker on 2. That provides us 2 Thopters when it dies. They could have Subtlety, of course. Like, if this deck strings together Subtlety, Force of Negation, and then does Living End, you can definitely lose. But in my experience, I win the matchup more often than not, because of how game 1 went. You saw how good it can be. Having Urza's Saga, of course, was big there, because it got us our Ozolith. But did we cast it? No, I think we got it. We got Saga and... Wait, we got a Zabaz off of a Saga. Did we have 2 Sagas? I think so. Imagine remembering things in life. Couldn't be me. That is a land, I'll take it. But let's see if we find another Saga or an Ozolith here. You guys like Living End? I could never play a deck like that myself. It seems kind of lame. Like, I have never played it before, but it seems to me like there's not too much play to it. You just do your thing, attack all, hope it works. Probably not true, but... Jailer? Do we wanna play the Jailer? If they in response Living End, we get 2 Thopters and they get a 4/4 flare. Like, the other thing could be cast Ravager, because then, you know, we'd have a Ravager. We could even go Might and uptick the Walker, make 4 Thopters if they do the thing. Alright, let's see what happens. For now, they only have 1 card in the graveyard, so this could be pretty good. Either they Living End right away, or they have to kill it before ever being able to do it. I should move more. For some reason I'm cold, I don't know why. It's not that cold in here. Standing up turns out to be pretty awesome, so I already like it. But I'll do some sitting matches after this, I think. Opponents now debating whether to cast a Cascade spell or to cycle more things and hope to find an answer to the Jailer. And I'm scared of the second line, honestly. Because then I don't have my Ravager out. Depends what the board's gonna be like, but at least they can't Foundation Breaker Living End next turn, but they could Bursts of Vigor. Cascade spell, that would be the worst probably. Any blocks? One says no. No blocks, no cycles. What is your hand? No forces of vigor. Opponent plays out the Otavara and passes the turn. That is interesting. Change of interesting turn of event. Dwelling Charm means I might be able to regenerate my Jailer. Let's cast that. See if they want to make a move in response. Maybe should have passed Ravager first. If they want to somehow go like Force of Vigor and go off, I want to have the Ravager out, because then I can put more counters on Walker, and I get 2 more Thopters out of the deal. And the Ravager comes back anyway. Except if they have, say, I got by that once, Fairy Macabre. Do people play that? Like, that is insane, Fairy Macabre. A card you can just discard for 0 mana and exile 2 cards from a graveyard, and then it comes back as a 2/2 flying fairy. Like, obviously. Looks like people don't really play that, but I definitely got by that one time. I'd Force of Negation my Welding Jar. You got it. Do I want the Patchwork? It doesn't seem good. I want Ravager plus Uptick Walker, I think. Honestly, one of the best cards in Living and one of the best upgrades lately is the, what is the card called? Waker of Waves. The card is crazy good. It costs 2 mana to cycle, but you get to choose a card, you get to mill a card from the top 2, and the whole nerfing your opponent's board is kinda insane too. Living End was always a thing, at least as long as I've been playing Modern, last 7 years or whatever, and it's just gotten straight upgrades. Alright, go to end step. Optic Walker. You gonna make your move? No. Alright, if we get this Ballista down, they might just die with Living End on the stack. Do I even wanna cast this Patchwork? Doesn't seem amazing. I'll cast the Might, because it's another thing to sacrifice to Walker. Like, we have enough direct damage on the board now to kill them if they do something. Didn't even just threaten lethal with the Ravager. I don't want to lose to any like Force of Vigor or whatnot. Alright, watch, I got Subtlety, Hardcast. If I now go for the Ballista kill, is there anything they can do? With them tapped out and everything. Funny how this goes on the stack, even though it doesn't have any target. Like, choose up to 1 target, what is the point of that? I guess they can have Force of Vigor, right? So just let this happen. Because if I try to move counters onto Ballista and they Force of Vigor me, they get to kill Jailer and Ballista. I don't want that happening. Like, if the last 3 cards are Force of Vigor, a green card, and Cascade card, I might lose. Like, otherwise I could just sacrifice some stuff, move counters on Ballista and they're dead. But we're so far ahead, I don't have to do that if it loses to something that they could have, no matter how unlikely. Breeding Pool thinks about, okay, untapped, 2 green. That does kind of ring the Force of Vigor bell in my head, you know? But now they're dead on board, right? 4, 6, 10, 11 power plus 1 from Pendelhaven. 2 pings even. I loved Amonkhet. To draft this format was so much fun, especially playing both Amonkhet plus Hours of Devastation. It might as well because it's Patchwork. The tapping was bad because now I can say where I might end Pendelhaven. Not that it's gonna matter, but just something to think about. No, this doesn't have Defender, I just clicked attack all. Alright, Force of Vigor, and you die. Maybe they have Force of Vigor, another Force of Vigor? If last 2 cards are Force of Vigor green card, I can die if I try to move counters on Ballista, so I think I'll just try to kill them in combat now. And that's gonna work regardless of another Force of Vigor, I think. That's honestly the most fun part of this deck. Figuring out how to play around what they could have. Yeah, that led to even with another Force of Vigor. We also beat them on the clock, which is funny. Yes, 2-0, let's fucking go. We're so back. Alright. And on to match 3. I'll see you in a minute. Yeah, let's go. It's up for money. Alright, gamers, we are back. Time for match 3 against Zetre. We're on the play again. This is a pretty sick draw. It could be better, but it could be worse. If it's the right matchup, this Saga Echoing Deeps thing is gonna be insane. And I think we're gonna do a sitting game now. Here I go. This is awesome. The goat. How you doing, guys? It's good to be back. It's been so long. I had to move all my stuff and buy even more new stuff for this apartment, and it was worth it. Another Steam Vents gamer. Let's see what we got. Untapped Steam Vents, turn 1. Passes. Land, not really what we want to see, but if we make both these lands with the Sagas, they go away anyway, so not the worst thing in the world. If this is Murktide, we might run them over with constructs. Not playing seconds Abast because, yeah, if this happens, we lose 2 cards. Dragon Rage Channeler, Missionless Bauble, Dragon's Rage Channeler, Trigger, Surveil, Fairy Alet into the graveyard. Drag Missionless Bauble, targeting you. Actually, targets themselves, I guess. Yeah, for the Scry. Misty Rainforest, Cracked Island. Anything else? If I find a Ballista... actually, no. If they have mana up, they probably can cast a Surveil. What's the card called? Consider. Like, you want to kill this, but at this point we probably aren't. Yeah, banger. At Construct City. Let's see if it's gonna be good enough. Flying Threats could be scary. I wonder if gamers still play Press Down. Surveil, Trigger, Expressive Iteration. Monkey in the graveyard, 4 card types. No Dress Downs in the main deck, 2 in the sideboard. Spirebluff Canal from exile. Oh no, they put a counterspell in exile. Or was that something else? So didn't find anything to play off of the Expressive, I think. Alright, 2 Channelers is kind of scary. This is the type of situation where Shadow Spear could help. But we might be able to raise this anyway. Ballista. We do need another construct, right? Alternatively, it's the biggest ballista we can make here. They're tapped out. Grab an Ozolith. Cast 2 things, kill the Zabaz. That's 1, 2, 3 counters. Not really that interesting, right? Yeah, I think we're in racing mode. Now do we want another What's the Saga? Like these, this is a lot of pressure. And we could always cast the Zabaz to attack for more and... Huh. So if Murktide, we are in big trouble either way. Guess I'll go with the cast wasp plane. But this could be wrong. Oh, when I did my... Dang. When I thought about what's the biggest ballista I can make, I totally forgot about my scales in play. Funny. I could come back to bite me, because then actually, in reconsideration, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I could have made an 8, 8 actually. Kill both channelers. So that was definitely the wrong play then. We do get a construct, but we could have killed both channelers instead. Played that turn 1, I think, and then totally forgot it was in play. It's kind of interesting how you've got a blind spot sometimes, right? I like this meta game, honestly. Like 10% of Scam, Rhinos, Yawgmoth, and Murktide. And then Amulet also, not too far behind, is kind of cool. Like there's no more Beanstalk. Not really any ring decks until spot 7 in Tron. That seems pretty good. They're 10, which means they gotta do something about my 2 constructs. This song is amazing. Another one bites to Hust. Who comes up with these things? Yeah, I made some sloppy plays today yet, but so far I didn't lose me any games, which is good. Okay, they're casting Murktide here, which can be an 8-8. Can we kill them through that? I think yes. Should be doable. Cast Ballista, attack, they block construct. Still takes like 8 damage. Okay, now we can just play this untapped. This card is so good because it has 2 modes. We don't need another... what's the saga here? So if we cast both these things, the constructs have 7 power. So we just... yeah, and then they die. But we can also just play the Ballista, have kills the Buzzer, but it doesn't really matter. Could they have Subtlety? They wouldn't use it anyway, right? Just trying to think if I lose to anything. But basically the Ballista resolving means we win. Nice. Going really well today. Except that first game where we had a really bad draw, draws have been awesome. And what do we want against this deck? I like Relic. I like Gemstone. I guess the deeps are actually not great since they're a tempo deck. Like you saw here, making more constructs or doing more Urza Sagas things would have been too slow. But then again, post-sideboard there could be games where it's good. But then again, they have Alpine Moon and Blood Moon and stuff like that. We don't want to board much. Safekeeping, Cage, Might, Needle. Could play a Might to kill, like if you draw a bunch of Urza Sagas, you want a way to kill a Blood Moon. Do gamers play this type of effect? Magus of the Moon. Do we want to play some Dismembers? Can also be good against Channel, I guess. But it's not really, like, you're not really playing it as a generic removal spell. Why are there Maguses of the Moon? Magusen, instead of normal Blood Moons? What is the upside just to have a beater? Kind of funny. The chars are good. Do we want Dismembers for that situation? I feel like they Shouldn't play Magus against us anyway, right? It's good against Nexus and with Saga, but there's 2 Ballista, 3 mana 2/2. I'll play a safekeeping over Stirrings again. Maybe I want even 2, but being able to force through your stuff through a removal spell can be really good. We don't really have answers to dress down. That card is sometimes really good. So let's see if we get got by that. I'll do that. Let's look regarding dress downs. 1. You cast Into the Fire on the card is offensive to me. They made it exile an artifact just so it can, like, you know, you have to, it has to kill the 1 ring, because that's what it does. But I don't know. Suddenly it's random whether things exile or not. Keep running Magos because there's a lot of enchantment hate post-board. Oh, just to dodge the hate? That's interesting. Alright. Interesting hand. I do like the relic in this matchup. You can take away the graveyard and then draw another card. Maybe just a safekeeping. Obviously we have no creatures, but we do have Inurz's Saga. Keep all the lands, so we might Boseiju a potential, like if they have Alpine Moon or whatnot. This hand's very not proactive, but I think it can get the job done. With some help, of course. Yeah, I mean, kind of makes sense. People are running lots of Force of Vigor, Haywire Might, and none of those things kill Blood Moon. Or what do you play Blood Moon against? The meta is also not the best for Blood Moon, right? And it's good against Tron. But those greedy 4-color piles like Omnath and Creativity have sort of fallen off a little bit. Domain Zoo. It might actually be too slow against an aggro deck like this. Wait, what else do you want Blood Moon against? Coffers and Tron? Yeah. Which is funny. It's the same thing that happened to Scam. They banned a card, and then everyone stopped playing it, and then at some point they realized it's actually still good. And I feel like Omnath is also still good, but without Beanstalk it's not as flashy anymore, I guess. Something like that, maybe. Not feeling so delirious right now, are you, opponent? Black-white seems bad except scales. Yeah, we played it first round today. And I also said it's gotta be a harder matchup than the black-red type because there's all the white removal cards. Or like Solitude. Maybe Prismatic Ending, probably just Solitude. But then again, the clock is kinda not that great against us. A 5/5 that starts hitting on turn 3 is kinda slow, honestly. For scales. Been learning a lot watching YouTube VODs. Yo, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. I haven't made another video in like a month. Let's see actually when the last one came out. Oh, I'm getting scolded sternly. Just because I've been too busy moving and shit. But now we're back. And better than ever. Because I live without roommates now, which means I can basically grind all night if I want to. That's kinda great. It's the other channel. Yo, nice. If you're from Europe, we can play sometime. Last video came out on Christmas, so it's not a full month, it just feels forever. Alright. Hopefully no Moon Effect, but this Otsu Saga is gonna be very good then. Plus they have countered my one creature that I drew. USA, okay. I have, as you see, I have a second YouTube channel. It's just called Krisoan, where I'll upload some melee highlights. I love both these games and I basically don't play anything else. Oh, opponent lets me go to main phase. That's kind of generous of them, isn't it? Alright, what are they setting up over there? I can cast my Ozolith and my Zabas, but then I don't have Relic up. I think that's fine though. This probably gets countered, right? Otsu Saga is amazing against the counter all everything you play plan. No? Okay. Can they somehow slip through a Murktide if I don't keep up Relic? They could end step cast some things. Like that's kinda how we lose this. Which kinda, I think, means I'm not gonna cast this Glimmer Wasp. Like taking one from Dragon's Rage DRC is not how we lose the game. Let's see if they have the aforementioned Dress Down. I was thinking of Stern Scolding, because it kind of means the same thing, right? Dress Down is also like teaching someone a lesson or something like that. If I got my English right. I think we're playing the waiting game. Make construct, have mana up or something. What? That's hilarious. Opponent can't beat Otsu Saga. Guys, we're 3-0. We are so back. We are so back. Heading into the next one. See you, match 4. Yo, miss me yet? Oh, I was away for a minute, but we can't even decide whether we want to keep this or not. Ah, it's one of those hands, isn't it? The old Hardened scales, no green mana. Pretty good stuff, draw. Oh, I'm a mulligan it. On 7, you can try for a better one. Okay. Not too exciting, but keepable. Put away the core, I guess. We're playing against Dyke 95. Opponent is 95 years old, that's kinda old. To celebrate just being 3-0 and already cashing in on this league, I got myself a cold one. We got Weißbier from Stiegl, which is really good. Looks like we're playing against old Yogi Boy. Okay, this is not great to draw the K1s like that. Cauldron can be good against Yawgmoth. They have their own ones, and the Cauldron stare down is kinda funny. Ballista or Saga. I think it's Ballista because we have Cauldron. Now let's enjoy cold one. Actually, let's pass the turn first. So, oh, Temple Garden. Interesting. And Swamp Cycling. Okay, what's happening? Blood Crypt. I don't know what's going on over there, but it looks funny. Some domain deck? Just domain with troll. Are they gonna play persist too, or how do you gonna make use of the troll? Guess we're gonna find out. Okay. If we get these patchworks big enough, we can be good in the matchup, but for now they're not gonna do much. Wish we had this gemstone in our opener, that would have been huge. Well, I did say earlier 5-5 that attacks on turn 3 isn't the worst thing in the world, so let's see if that actually holds true or not. Really nice though, seeing some creature decks back in Modern. The format is healing, guys. We are echoing. I can echo, I can copy a Witch's Cottage or a Verdant. For now, let's just play a Gemstone. Yeah, we might be way too slow in this game, but maybe there's a way out through Inkmoth, Ballista, Cauldron shenanigans. If we're smart about it. You need 5 counters on the Nexus though to kill them in one shot. That's a lot of counters. 1, 2. I can't really set that up. Alternatively, they are already at 15, so maybe we can just kill them by attacking and then pinging them. Probably are too slow here, but can take 9 damage and then try to kill them, but they'd have to have nothing, and we'd have to have something. Die roll plus Gemstone on top was huge this game. Alright, anyway, gamers. I'm glad to be back. Let's enjoy a cold drink and some scaling action. Only one thing to do. Getting hit for 9 and trying to do something. Backswing. Wait, Carvo doesn't have trample naturally? Interesting. Oh, are we dead? Okay, that's fine. That's fair. Trumpeting Carnosaur. Discover 5. When it enters the battlefield, not even if you cast it. So that must mean they have persist, right? The troll and the discard thing. Like, why else would you play these cards? You're not gonna cast them for 6, are you? Okay, against this deck it's pretty simple, I think. Actually, we might want all our lands. We're on 23. Do we need Welding Jars? They have bolts, I guess. We can play Safekeepings. I don't like Dismember as a generic removal spell because it costs 4 life. We have to just beat them. I'm gonna take out 1 Cauldron and 1 Stirrings to put into protection cards. Well, if we're gonna lose to Domain, I'm actually not too mad about that because I like the deck. But let's not speak too soon. Mulling to 5 is painful now. Huh. This would be a very good hand actually, but on 5 I have to rely on Urza Saga, I think. Yeah, that's painful, but let's try it. Indartha Triome, Planeswarm Forest. These draws have been awkward this game. I still think it's optimal to go Ballista, then make constructs, and then play the scales later. Could be a bad idea, but we'll see. It's not like they have some 1/1s that we want to kill with Ballista. God damn, it's good stuff. White mana. Tear. Destroys my land. That's kind of rude, opponent. I was kind of counting on that to do some stuff for me. That is pretty rude on the multi-5. Can I get another one of those? Or maybe an Echoing Deeps? Ravager. I'll play the Ravager out. Lose out on a counter, but use our mana better and are better against more removal. Yeah, Saga or Deeps would be sick now. Walker, I guess, maybe to... Or another Ballista to kill them. Wow, they have Dorothy. What is this deck? It's built to destroy my... ruin my day, it's insane. Can we Inkmoth them dead? Could be possible, but probably not, because we don't have... If these have 2 counters, I think the math works out that you can Inkmoth them to death. Because you sack the Bast, Virgil goes to 4, 7. Actually, not enough. Anyway, we can attack for 1 infect or keep up the mana to animate them. We can't block this, so might as well attack all. We can't really do any modular things anyway. What the hell is even happening? But on the other hand, if they're not careful, maybe we can kill them with Ravager just by sacrificing enough artifacts that it grows big enough. Okay. Well, that can kill the Voidwalker. It's a cool deck they're playing. I'm feeling offended by it, but it is certainly a cool deck. 4/4. So let's say we attack. They block. Like they block the Zabas. We could destroy the Voidwalker with Ballista. We would lose the Ballista. And then we could just either sacrifice these Zabas or make it big enough that cover also dies. Opponent has 5 cards, so like we're not gonna grind this out in any meaningful capacity, which means I'm passing. We need them to tap out and then kill them with Inkmoth, something like that. Feel me? Well, I guess I'm going to 10. Discards, what is that? Holy shit, Shadow of Mortality. Is this a secret Calibrated Blast deck? That would be funny. This deals 15 damage if it gets hit by Calibrated Blast. This match proves that you can do so many cool things in Modern these days. Not really any need to do anything here. I wanted them to tap out, but unfortunately they didn't. Okay, that means we can uptick the Ballista, which is pretty good actually. I'm gonna do that right away, see if they wanna do something or if it happens. Obviously the other players wait until they try to do something, but I don't think they would. But now they can kill the Ballista. It would mean the Voidwalker also dies, so that's good. white mana, black mana. Leyline Binding resolves. Okay. Maybe we should have moved to combat just in case they actually cast it during combat. And we're 10, so we can lose to Taking 5 and Domain Flames, or whatever the card's called. So do we block that? I don't think so. I'm gonna attack for 2. Does that do anything? Also not really. Right. We're kinda on the hope they tap out and win with Nexus plan. It is a plan. One of the plans ever. But I still think we're not blocking, especially if they don't have 5th domain. What is in the opponent's hand? They just have never found the 3rd land. That's also funny. Come on, just play something. Then I kill you. Is that a deal, opponent? Yes. I think we beat a removal spell. Not really on Ravager though. Binding. Okay. I think they got us. Now we need like red mana and it's not enough though. We need another Ravager off the top. Ballista and Moth. Well, they have 5 cards is the problem. They have never drawn any lands. So we can try to block, put a counter on an Inkmoth and then kill them with that. It's probably the best plan. Actually, shit. If I'm gonna do that, should I attacked already with 2 Inkmoths here? A mistake, because I'm not using any of my mana anyway. Could have them at 3 in fact. Does that change anything? Not too much. Thing is, okay, now they can fetch their 5th domain. We could double block. Could also go to 2 and hope to top deck. Both these lines kinda lose to removal, so I'll do this. We have to animate on the next die before things die, because otherwise we can model onto them. But if they have like a lightning bolt or that cycle dinosaur or whatever that was, we lose the Inkmoth that we want to model onto and then can basically straight up concede. But if not, we could have a chance. And I'll take any chance I can get in a game like this. You gotta fetch an island to kill both my cards. Well, now I can just click yes. Because they didn't fetch island. Okay. But they probably have removal spell now. So, like that cycle thing costs 3 mana, which must be why they didn't do it. Never seen that card before, but it looks fun. I should have attacked with 1 Inkmoth, I guess. I have enough mana to do my things here. Oh, Xander's Lounge, Orcish Bowmasters, that's pretty good. Yep. That's pretty good. We're on the 5-turn clock now, which is not good enough. So maybe like Ballista or something. Shredded Spire, you say? I'll cast that. They still have 4 spells in hand, so I can't see us winning this ever. Probably straight up dead. Which again is fine. We multi 5 and lost to a deck that I like. Even though it can actually be a pretty good matchup. What does that do? Put a creature. Oh my god! It is a Calibrated Plus deck, isn't it? Put a creature on top of your library. Yes, 15 damage to face. Let's fucking go. That is really cool. If you've never seen this before, you find a non-land card and then it deals as much damage as the card costs mana to any target. And with Witch's Cottage, you can put your 15 drop on top of the deck. That was sick. Let's go. Alright, on to the last match of this league. See you there. Yo, perfect timing. We won another die roll. That's 3-2 on the die rolls. Let's go. Against Kaido-san. Alright, this is a good hand. Not the best ever, no green mana, no Saga for the deeps, but keepable territory, I would say. Especially like Patchwork Cauldron is a sick combo if we find a Ballista or whatever. There's actually the question. Actually, there's not even a question. You cast Ozolith, then Patchwork, and then your other cards. Only miles to 3, oh my god. Tron. Just keep 3 Tron pieces to win the game. I gotta say, it feels good to be back streaming some Hardened Scales. It's been like 3 weeks, but it felt forever not doing this. Usually I stream like once or twice a week, and it's become kind of a staple to how you know, just you're getting used to what you do on a regular basis, and then when you don't, it feels weird. But you might see more of this guy in the near future. Probably also gonna do some other things like Super Smash SSBM Brothers Melee. And maybe some gaming actually, like Zelda, Pokemon, we'll see. Oh, what's a Saga? Is it Hammer Time? Amulet, yeah, that kind of makes sense that you can mulligan so much with this deck. Really hard matchup, so we got lucky with the opponent's draw. Ours is not amazing, honestly. Like, this deck is still scary. If it has Amulet, it's gonna have another one even. Like, Urza Saga gives them second Amulet, and they don't need much to go off, really. Just making a construct, I mean, it is 2-2. We are going, wow, they're keeping the bounce land in play, bouncing the Urza Saga, that's interesting. I guess since they mulligan so much, they have to do that. It kind of does make sense. Since they probably, their hand now is Urza Saga and 2 unknowns, and they probably don't have much to get towards a Primeval Titan. Can cast a Ballista for 0, which makes Patchwork a 5-5. Then we could ping this down and attack for 3. Is that worth it? I honestly don't know. I think with Ozolith out, we might want to cast a Ballista actually for more than 0. Hard to say. You just have to kill them before they draw out of this Oblivion situation. And with 17 life, you need a 9/9 patchwork if you have a Ballista on the Cauldron to win. Oh, Grazer. The card is so good. It's actually crazy how good it is. They do have only one card left, but if they have a way to produce a Titan, they're almost there. Okay, Ravager is insane. Ravager is insane here. We might win. But we would need 5 pings in order to prevent them from blocking. And after that, we would need a 9/9 patchwork to win this turn. That being said, it could be doable. We sacrificed the Sabars. Ravager becomes a 3/3, then sacrifice the Ballista. Ravager is a 4/4. You already have 2 counters on Ozolith. Sacrifice Ravager. Patchwork has 8 counters. 6 on Ozolith. We can, before that, even exile the Ballista. Ravager has 5 counters, that's 10. Yeah. Pretty sure we got him. And that's Hardened Scales without Hardened Scales. Because Cauldron and Ozolith are just 2 insane cards. We probably don't need to do this right here, right now, but better to win as quickly as possible. Like, that's 16 counters, just like that. And it's a Ballista too. Yes. That was good. Turn 4 win even. Through 5 toughness. Alright, we got Nature's Claim to kill Amulets, Foster Figure. And Haywire Might, we got Dismembers, which can kill the Dryads and Wazuzas of the world, and even Grazers. Jars are good, they have forces too. Take out some of the slower stuff. Obviously that helped us win the game, but you still need to take out some things to put in some things, you know, something like that. Patchwork also becomes less good with fewer Cauldrons. You could even take out all the Patchworks. Other cards are not great though, but you could leave in something else instead. Maybe that's better to have a higher green count for the 1 Forcer Figure. I'm not too sure. You could definitely play the Patchworks. Like, we won with 1 here, but in general, I don't love it too much. I don't know. Maybe I'm too low on. Opponent is on 65 cards, by the way. I didn't look earlier. I just randomly saw that. I wonder if that's main deck or the sideboarding. Gemstone on the draw. Cauldron, Walker, Sabas. Not great, but opponent's on 7. Do we need to mulligan to... We have a Boseiju though. Alright, let's keep that. Put that in. Exile that. Even though it can do some stuff. Harlequin turn 1, interesting. I'll play that, and then Sabas, I think. Could also play Walker. Let's start with Walker. Because if you're debating whether to cast Stirrings earlier or later is better usually, because then your decisions are more informed. I guess. I mean, it depends. If you want to make a land drop, and oh my god, I hate this card. If you want to make a land drop, you can play Stirrings trying to find towards the Saga. Right, we could go Zavaz and Boseiju, but I'm actually gonna try to find a land here, I think. Okay. Yeah, I think we need to take a land, because we're gonna channel this Boseiju. I think I'll do it on their turn, just because I can. Because I'm not uptaking this Walker this turn either way. Goddamn Cursed Totem. Yawgmoth did this. If Yawgmoth wasn't the top deck, nobody would be playing Cursed Totem. Now I just need more. I need my Force of Vigor too. They have so many enchantments hurt / artifacts. But I still think I have to kill this. I'm not really gonna win with my 1/1s, right? Well, we'll see. What the hell? This looks so weird. Why is there nothing in the text box? Like, it's not printed like that, is it? Okay. We're kinda not doing much. At least they don't have an Amulet yet, but they can cast Primeval Titan. They can even cast Amulet, play Bounce Land, play Primeval. Okay. But even they have 2 land drops anyway. Oh wow, Valakut is already going off. That's crazy. You need 6 lands when you have a Dryad. Because even a Ravager, I would have to sacrifice 3 things. That's a tall order. This just happens, I guess. Oh, we're in trouble. Except if they have nothing, like no action, but Dryad Valakut is already action. Land drop, more like Lightning Bolt. That's Titan. Which is another 2 Lightning Bolts. Plus whatever they... whatever lands they find. So was this a mulligan? I'm not sure. Oh, they get 2 Valakuts. It's like more than 2 Lightning Bolts. I'm just straight up dead. This is 18 damage. If I had a Dismember, I could prevent this from happening. Because this ability checks when it resolves if you even have the mountains. But I don't, and this is 18 damage to my face. I don't know if this was a mulligan or if you just hope they're not, like, you either draw some thing, I don't know. And take out the K1s. We could even... 22 lands, I think we want to play 23. Alright, can we get the 4-1? 2 Ozoliths with Saga skills. Hang up, Big Walker. This is tough. Saga can get us Haywire Might to kill one of their things. 2 Ozoliths, obviously not good. It's like a mulligan. Let's try to do better, I guess. Okay, Dismember. and Poseidon and Hardened scales, but no lands. Well, 2 lands, but one of them can be used in another way. But that's obviously why the card is so good, right? Anything that improves your consistency in a game that's defined by randomness. God, I sound like such a nerd. It's true though. Anyway, this time you have the Dismember, so if they do Valakut things, you can kill the Dryad. We probably kill it on site anyway, because it also hits extra land drops. Radiant Fountain turn 1. Land. Okay, that's not a land, but yeah, I'm gonna kill it right away. There's no reason to like get cute with it or whatever. Let's just hope they don't have much else going on. Against that, this is a really tough matchup, and you kind of have to hope. What's Saga is good, but he gets them another Amulet, but it is 2 turns from now. Well, fuck you too, opponent. Alrighty then, we got Inkmoth Nexus, I guess. Cauldron is interesting because that is a thing you can activate. But I kinda need mana. I just need to find a removal spell for this Cursed Totem. And then we're in business. God damn it. Yawgmoth did this. How do I unprint the magic card? I need this overlay to be pixel perfect, but it's impossible. Still not. Still no. I guess we can kill that, but don't really see that. Well, we need a removal spell for the totem. All our removal spells are green cards, so the Stirrings doesn't help on that front. I'm gonna kill that right away so we can start attacking. I guess, well, no. I was gonna say Cauldron, exiling Might, but no matter which card you wanna activate, because Totem stops it, it's so annoying. How many of these are in your sideboard, opponent? Do you really have to draw it twice? Really had to draw it twice? You have 2. 1. 2. Oh my god. I guess again it's a luck-based game, not only luck-based game, but definitely luck helps. Wait a minute, what happened with the Jutsu Saga? Am I going insane? Did they bounce it again? I don't understand why you would do that. Then you just wanna like get your Amulet done. Do you guys say Amulet or Amulet? Or Amulet? Or Amulet? In German, you say Amulet. Alright, I got a 4/4. There's a claim, but there is the claim. Interesting. I don't have red mana to activate Sabbath ability. But I could draw it. Oh, I missed my Ravager. Can I get it back? It was not a good hit. Top deck was good though. I attack for 4, I guess. Which they're gonna gain back. Ravager and Scale's dead for 4 mana. That's painful. Test your might. Activated abilities cannot be activated. So you got yourself the opponent, huh? Alright, how do we win? Can't really. Like, we can kill the totem, we can draw a Ravager or whatnot, but what then? Opponent probably makes another Hasty Titan next turn or something. The Ozolith. Well, let's cast it. And pass turn. Maybe some miraculous turn of events lets us get this. If we block the Titan, can kill it in combat, possibly. And then have a bunch of Ozolith counters, maybe. Would be 6. And you're not really winning any sort of grind battle against Primeval Titans, really. It's so much value for that deck. So either you kill them or you don't, if you know what I mean. I'm not giving up that I think with that, but you never know. Gains 2 life. Yeah, it's probably another Titan with haste, and then that might not be beatable, but it could be. I don't know. What do we need to draw to kill them with Inkmoth Nexus off of this? Like, without Amulet, it's not straight up kill, I think, but they do both attack with haste. And we can make 5 Thopters plus 6 Ozolith counters, but I don't think that's enough to win. We need our Scales and our Ravager back, so actually this Force of Vigor kind of was our nail in the coffin, I think. And 6 count is not enough to win with Inkmoth Nexus either. So I'm not seeing a draw, unfortunately. We could obviously take this. It's 14 damage. Let's see what they're tutoring, but... Unfortunately, we also don't have the ability to Ravager plus Inkmoth Nexus. 2 Malakots. Yeah, at least we killed the Dryad. Okay, let's imagine a world where we have 5 Thopters in play and 5 counters on the Ozolith. That is 10 damage. If we cast a Ravager, that doesn't really help. Actually it does, because we have the Ozolith out. So Ravager off the top is probably a kill. It's better to block with the Zabaz or to not block with the Zabaz. If we do, we can modular onto Inkmoth. That's 1. 6. I think it's Ravager off the top to win the game, which is like not good, but there's worse odds. Could also be Stirrings for Ravager, but I'm not sure if there's any left. There is. Anyway, declare blocks. Block doesn't really matter because both have. Well, this one is untapped, so I guess. Do this. Before damage. Uptick. Animate. I think Ravager lets us maybe win the game, maybe it's not quite enough. Primeval Titan does not have lethal damage assigned to all creatures blocking it. What was that? They tried to do some illegal damage assignment, that's funny. I think Ravager is also not enough, is it? Maybe? Stirrings. Ugh. Agathos. Ravager in the graveyard, but that doesn't help us really out, maybe? No ballista around anywhere. Not quite enough, but it's almost enough, I think. Which is quite interesting. Let's see how much damage we can do here, but it's definitely not enough. Yeah. Now, if this would be an actual Ravager, we could move for more counters. But we can't do that. So it doesn't really make any sense to sacrifice the Thopter itself. And I mean, we're not dead, but like I can concede here. Can sacrifice 2 more things. Yeah. Like we're not actually dead, but we have a 12/12 and they can make another Titan, give it haste again. Probably also they also get an Amulet now, so they can give double strike too. Could have hit them to 10, but the Force of Vigor was too much. If we had the scales out, of course, we'd have gotten it. That's good enough though. 3-2 for the first league back. Let's see what's in the chest. Lotus Petal. Is that worth anything? You can play that in Pauper, right? Voracious Great Shark. Jorn. Is Lotus Petal worth anything? Oh? What set do I have it? Tempest, the worst one. This one. Still 5 tickets, so we did cash in. Let's fucking go. Could also keep it to play it in Pauper. I think it's Pauper legal. Is it? Let's check that out. I can't spell. Lotusblüte, I like how it shows me the German version first. Where is Scryfall? So far down. Yeah, legal in Pauper. So probably that's why it's worth 5 tickets. Alright, gamers. That was awesome. Little bit anticlimactic end to the league, but still pretty neat that we won 3 matches in a row. And we're gonna do another one, so if you want to see more Scales action, stay tuned. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm glad you did, and hopefully see you in the next video. You know, maybe give me a thumbs up or something, but see you then.